Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta.
Esteemed judges, Mr.
Respected Principal Ma'am, Dr.Shahina Khan.
Senior Ma'am, Mrs. Tanusina. Headmistress Ma'am, Ms. Santa Kumari. We were teachers and of course all our participants.
Today, we all are gathered here to witness a breathtaking inter-school English elocution. The world is full of diamonds and gems, and we are having some of them here today.
I'm profusely overjoyed to take this opportunity to introduce to our chief guest of the day. He is none other than Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta.
He is from Commandant Service Headquarters, Patna. Please give him a huge round of applause.
This evening, I'm excited to announce that we have extremely experienced jury on the board to judge this event.
Our first judge is Mr. John. He is Assistant Professor, Patna University.
We have our second judge, Mrs. Shabana Nabi. She is visiting faculty of Patna University.
Light symbolizes brightness and prosperity. It removes the forces of darkness and gives us positivity.
In spiritual word, light is life. So we can also think of light as giving us new direction in life.
With this noble thought, let us start the day by lighting the lamp. I would request our guest of honor, Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta, esteemed judges, Mr. John and Mrs. Shabana Nabi, respected Principal Ma'am, Dr.Shahina Khan, CA Ma'am, Mrs. Tanusina, Headmistress Ma'am, Ms. Santa Kumari, to come on the bias and lit the lamp. Education.
I would like to call on stage our beloved principal ma'am for the welcome speech.
A very good morning to all of you. Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta, sir, Commandant of State Headquarters, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, respected Judge of the event, Mr. John, Assistant Professor, Patna University, Mrs. Shabana Nabi, Visiting Faculty, Patna University, CEO Ma'am, Mrs. Tanu Sinha, Mrs. Samta Kumari, Headmistress, S.T.Raza International School, esteemed teachers of participating schools, dear participants, students, teachers of S.T.Raza International, and all my dear ones, those who are present here. A warm welcome to this lovely morning here in the Galaxy Hall of S.T.Group of Institutions. Today's activity was long planned, and because of one reason or the other it was being postponed, and finally we decided to have it today. And I'm really thankful to our guests and dignitaries who have agreed to give their valuable time for us. This school, S.T.Raza International, was established in 2015 with very meager infrastructure, very difficult situations around, but we worked hard, and we worked not only hard but joyfully to attain this position here. S.T.Raza International School is a part of S.T.Group of Institutions, which encompasses Raza International Girls School near RPS Mode, Bedi Road, Patna. Also, S.T. College of Education, Kurkuri Pulbari Sharif. We at S.T. Group of Institution endeavor to make our students an active member, a sensitive member of the society who will have empathy in their heart apart from attaining education. Today's event is not a competition. We have 4 teams here, and I want to tell the guests and the teachers, CBSE has formed different hubs, it has formed different groups and put 6 schools in a particular group. So, and they have made one school, the very old established school, as the leader. So for our hub, Loyola High School is the leader. So it is being done so that we learn from each other, we share ideas from each other, students coming from their school to our, we sending our students to their school, other schools, hub members. So in this process, we get to learn new things, we get to learn new ideas. So this activity is a part of the CBSE hub. We have frequent meetings for that. So I want to tell you children, 4 schools are participating today. Loyola High School, Mayfield Global School, and Patliputra Vidyapeeth, and of course S.T.Raza International School. So the participants here, it is just a healthy competition. We are going to learn the oratory skills of all the students. So you take it in a healthy manner. My all the best, my best wishes to all the participants. I would like to end my note with one of my favorite poems, If, by Rudyard Kipling. Since I've done my studies from ICSE board, it was a part of our curriculum in Standard 10, and it is a beautiful poem, children. You please take out time, even teachers, you see how beautiful it is. Each and every line is so meaningful, written long time back by Vidyapeeth Kipling, but it's so beautiful. So I would like to read out only 2 stanzas of it. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for the doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can walk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with common man, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We are so honored and privileged to have you among us.
Little by little, day by day.
What is meant for you will find its way.
So what comes, let it come.
What stays, let it stay.
And what goes, let it go.
Now, without wasting any time, let us start the event.
So today we have with us Loyola High School,
Mayfield Global School,
Patliputra Vidyapeeth,
and S.T.Raza International School.
Can we have a clap for all the participants?
Before starting the elocution, let me tell you all the criteria of judgment. So there are 10 marks for content, 10 marks for pronunciation, 10 marks for diction, 10 marks for expression, and 10 marks for body language. First, we would like to call Group A participants. I request all Group A participants to please come on the dais and take their seats. The topic for Group A is nature poetry.
Group A participants will get 2.5 minutes to speak. We have today total 8 participants in Group A. Our first participant is Anushka Agarwal. Please welcome her with a huge round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. The title of my poem is Nature and Man by Samima Shafani. She wants to be experienced and known, needs solitude, wants him to be alone. Nature is bold, clear, and manifested, while man opaque, with fears and wonders. See how she dreams every day with sunshine, sees through sunlight and feels sun. Come to me in woods and experience true self. Feel each tree and water less. Sense my presence all around you. You and I are one. This is true. Our accord is beautiful delight. My principle is moderate. I never excite. I have delightful days and melancholy times. Nothing in world is in perpetual pride. But my content with you takes its start when you are consumed in your fire and take a halt. I would remain here without my companion, my moments less complete, my sky more bright. Thank you.
Let us welcome our second participant, Mohammad Saved Ansari, with a round of applause.
Good morning, respected judges, principals, teachers, and my dear friends. I am Saved of class 8 from Mayfield Loyola School. I recite a poetry for a poet of nature by a renowned winner. Opinions we only seem to hold. To hold, God Vidyapeeth. In fact, we were like him cunning by nature, natural only by adoption, finding in the vast relevance of green a hiding place with a good name. We who couldn't really love it or bring the least tumble of the earth to bear, took refuge in a dappled light, in mist imperializes, where the tendrils of the wind tangle the light as it broke, through reluctance into shade. Let us admit this green was a filter and a friend, and not the living center that is saved. Through it we hail the light and faith, though it sported our skin until we were afraid of the camouflage we had become. Like children seeking power over loss, we had begun a game of hide and seek, and by the odd coincidence of need or scarcity of places left, if we could have said, then why we had come and having touched, dispel the plea of light that made our skin seamless, instead of flesh, perhaps, but we did not. By then, we had become the figures in a shadow play, and were solely other to ourselves, then nothing much was said. The sun poured the trellis leather in the light, showing where the paint was flaking of the wood. How many of the vines were dead, how intricate the weaving was, how admirable the legend. Thank you.
Our next participant, Shraddha, is requested to come onto the stage.
A very good morning to all present here. I'm Shraddha, class 6 from Patliputra, Vidyapeeth, and I'm going to recite a poem titled Trees Written by Literature. The trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun buried its beak in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The east strained towards the glass. Small tricks with exertion. Long roundabouts, shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients, half days, moving to the tiny doors. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters, in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. My head is full of whispers which tomorrow will be sad. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. Thank you.
It is time for Shahina to share her thoughts on nature poetry.
I love to dwell in the forest wild, where giant pine tree fires the sky. A beauty spot where nature smiles, a perfect place to live and die. A very warm and pleasant good morning to Honorable Principal Ma'am, Chief Guests, respected judges, CEO Ma'am, Headmistress Ma'am, teachers and all my dear friends. I am Shahada from S.T.Raza International School, and today I am going to recite a poem, Ode to Nature, written by Colin Martin Home. O giver of life, you glorious one, you instinctively know what must be done. I bask in your warmth to gain energy. Marvel how you raise up each plant and tree. You gracious moon, ever watchful at night, even aware when your eyes close tight. You swell our emotions, also the sea, cause turbulence and time on tranquility. I love you, earth, and all of your creation. There's joy in knowing you are our teacher. I will to treat you with respect and care, and pray that the world will become aware. When we poison you, we poison us too. Keeping you balanced will grow the life anew. We are blessed with sea, earth, fire. Declare divine or our loving desire. Earth is not heaven, but nature is piece of it. Thank you so much.
The next participant is
Ashutosh Anupam.
Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashutosh, and the title of my poem is The Brook, which has been written by Lord Alfred Tennyson. I come from haunts of fruit and mud. I make a southern salad. I sparkle out among fern to brittle down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down, a slip between the ridges. By 20 tops a little town and half 100 bridges. Till last by Philip's farm I go to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I want forever. I chatter over stony ways in little shops and travels. I bubble into eddying ways, I babble on the pebbles. With many a curve, my banks are crept by many a field and fallow, and many a fairy woven set with willow weed and mallow. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I wend about and in and out, with here a blossom sailing, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a wailing, and here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel, with many a silvery water break above the golden gravel. I draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I steal by lawns and grassy plots. I slide by hazel towers. I move the sweet forget-me-nots that grow for happy lovers. I skip, I slide, I gloom, I glance among my skimming swallows. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shadows. I murmur in the moon and stars and brambly wildernesses, I linger by my shingly bars, I loiter round my tresses. And out again, I curve up and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, will I go on forever. Thank you.
Let us call our next participant, Nandini Kumari, with a round of applause.
Shaurya Patel. It's Shaurya Patel instead of her.
Let us call our next participant, Shaurya Patel, with a round of applause.
Good morning, respected judges, teachers, principals, and all my dear friends. I am Tarique from Mayfield Global School of Class 7. My poem name is Save the Nature. Everything is nature. God gave us this feature. Birds fly in the sky and mountains are so high. Trees are green and water is so clean. We are not kind to it. We are only harming it. But it never betrays. It always gives us right ways. Please keep it as it is. Don't try to play with it. Sky, mountain and water are part of our nature. Sky, mountain and water are part of our nature. It helps in every matter. If we want food, they give us food or good. If we want pure and healthy atmosphere, they give us then and there. Sky, mountain and water are part of our nature. Many of things when we need, they give us with joy and peace. Oh my dear nature, I love your feature. Nature is full of joy. Don't think it a toy. Don't play with it. Please save it. It gives us shade, they gives us food. But why we can't give them a little space? If we will give them importance and care, then our nature will be full of joy and happiness prepared. Such a solution to stop pollution. Make our earth healthy, clean and green. Let's make our earth the best by pollution less and less. Thank you.
Now it's time for Diwali to share her thoughts. Please welcome our round of applause.
Good morning to all present here. I'm Patliputra of class 8 from Patliputra, Vidyapeeth. And I'm going to recite a poem titled Voice of Nature, written by Adorns. Breezes of the trees wander to the hollow field. The air's warm breath portrays solitude, and the birds return angrily, asking why the strong branches cling. Many things happened, and they were not good. People destroyed and shattered the animal sheep. But for what purpose? Having a money house to build? O people, as we live and rejoice, do we hear within his calling voice? The winds on the sky catch the bullets of the guns and fall down and die. Listen to the sad of the sunrise and look to the nature's waiting eyes. The dark empty lands endure the drought and famine like a mouth that was not nurtured for years. I saw how the hunger began and how the river stopped running. I saw the dead, loneliness and fear. I asked myself to whom dolphins and they should leave. Where's the refuge over humans? Can they win? Why the human find the earthly bliss with the selfish philosophies? We poison the lands, we kill the mountains and plains, we broke nature's stands. Why we need to do these nasty things? Who we are? Why we are like kings? People, let's rouse our hearts of atrocity. I see the mother's leadership vision. Can we wake up for the conscience and make a little difference? I'm the poet of new generation. Who am to bring answers to the nature's plea? And I beckon to you all. Can you help me? Thank you. Now we have Alia Hanan, our last participant of Group A. Please cheer her with a round of applause.
A very warm pleasant good morning to all present here. Myself Alia Hanan from S.T.Raza International School, and today I am going to recite a nature poetry. Nature
We have total 8 participants in Group B. Group B participants will get 3 minutes to share their points.
So, who is going to break the ice? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the first speaker of Group B, Shri Ashok.
How often have you ever used a device for longer than you intend to? Why is it so? Do you set limits around internet usage and then break them using longer than intended? Does your cell phone distract you from studying for tests and doing homework? It is rightly said. Technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. Good morning to one and all present here. Myself S.T.Raza from Standard 9 and I'm representing Loyola High School. The above mentioned quote was to say that technology can be a wonderful thing if you have a good use of it. But if you allow it to overpower you, it can be dangerous. We cannot neglect the fact that humans can learn much through technology and acquire knowledge by knowing new information. Again, through technology, the complex life of people have become much simpler. But do you think that we are using technology in a balanced way? I'm sure that most of us, including me, will have a negative answer to it. On the other hand, like all kinds of addiction, technological addiction has a deadly effect on human brain. For example, a grandfather who is away from technology during his 70 years of life have not used technology so far. But recently, he has been using internet on his mobile phone. Interestingly, now he cannot go a day without using this technology. This is a sign of addiction. By excessive use of technology, we are developing a new kind of addiction known as technological addiction. As stated by Nassim Taleb, that the only difference between slavery and technology is that the slaves are fully aware that they are not free. According to Data Reporter, a typical internet user spends an average of 6 hours and 53 minutes every day, and that is about 40% of their waking life. This shows how dangerous technology addiction is. We must understand that technology has been made to enhance our life and not to degrade it. We must use it wisely and not grow addicted to it. At last, I would just like to say that everything, for example, environment, society, politics, is affected by technology. But the main fact is that the technology is becoming the host of our nature. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call the second speaker, Ayush Kamal. Please welcome him with huge round of applause.
Good morning, respected judges, principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. My name is Ayush Kumar from Mayfield Global School. I am going to say a few lines about humans are addicted to technology. Technology addiction, also commonly known as digital addiction or internet addiction, are overlooked and often go unnoticed by the loved ones because addicted individuals may appear as though they are tending to do something important, such as work-related tasks on their digital devices, when in reality, hiding behind the screen is something extraneous. When technological problem does develop and is noticed, it is often not viewed as being an eminent risk, akin to addiction to an alcohol or drugs, because not it is more acceptable, but it is also not viewed as being an acute or deadly. In a growing digital age, there is a rapid expansion of digital uses and subsequent potential for problematic and pathological technology used to instead. In a technological addiction can be extremely dangerous and contribute various neurological, psychological, and social problems. In extreme cases, technological addiction can be fatal, although fatality resulting from a technology addiction can be rare. Some of the most common example of technology addiction is gaming addiction, social media addiction, gambling addiction, work-related devices addiction, and online shopping addiction. The step for treating the technological addiction is the individual's awareness of problems and a device to want to get help. This is often the most challenging step for the individuals. Once the Albert Einstein said, "I fear the day when the world is overlapped with humanity. The world will only have the generations of idiots." Thank you.
Now I would like to call the next speaker, Julie, on the stage. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
A warm welcome to everyone gathered here today. I am Julie Maya, Standard 9 from Patliputra, Vidyapeeth. Today I am here to present my views on the topic of humans are addicted to technology. Albert Einstein once said, "I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots." Unfortunately, the fear of this great soul has become a reality in today's times. Now, the question arises, what is technology? Technology is something that is all around us in the digital era. Almost every device that is around us is an example of technology. Technology helps us to progress. It transformed us from hunter-gatherers to the advanced human society of today. Technology helps the person to work efficiently and effectively and saves a lot of time. As technology makes work much easier and getting advanced, people are getting addicted to it. It has adversely affected to almost every sphere of human life. It has changed us socially, emotionally, and physically. Internet, advanced information and communication technology, rapid development in education, healthcare, and housing has definitely made our lives easier and comfortable. But our dependence on technology has increased to a dangerous level. People are so dependent on technology that sometimes it becomes the reason for illness or stress in relationships. Technology addiction can cause disrupted sleep, heightened attention deficit symptoms, experience and mood changes, losing interest in aspects of your life that don't involve the internet or technology. Physical symptoms such as carpal tunnel syndrome, headache, unexplained weight gain, vision changes, back and neck aches, etc. If you talk too much on your cell phone, then because of their radiation, your eardrums can be damaged and there are also chances of brain tumors. Radiations that are released from the mobile phone are very harmful for your body and it increases the chances of cancer and the other diseases. It is very important to break this addiction. But how to break this addiction? To break this addiction, we should turn off push notifications. Don't take your phone to bed. Replace a smartphone. Use something you value. Use a timer to block your usage. Schedule time to check your phone. Stay connected to nature. Spend time in park and the other outdoor activities to keep yourself away from the technology addiction. Now, the question arises, has the technology harmed us more than it has helped us? Certainly not. Technology helped us to progress. It transformed us from hunter-gatherers to the advanced human society of today. There are certain applications with extensive use of technology, for sure.
A very warm and pleasant good morning to all of you. As Albert Einstein once said, I fear the day when technology will surpass a human interaction and the world will have a generation of idiots. Unfortunately, the fear of this great soul has become a reality in today's times. So here I am, Shakib from S.T.Raza International School, presenting my views and opinions in front of you on the given topic, that is, humans are addicted to technology. So without wasting your precious time, let's move to the topic. The use of technology has become a priority for majority of people. They have become addicted to it. Their relationships, work and health have taken a back seat. It is rightly said, technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. This is to say that technology can be a wonderful thing if you put it to good use. However, it can be dangerous if you allow it to overpower you. Technology addiction is destroying the life of numerous people around the world. While technology addiction is seen among people of all age groups, it is more common among youngsters living in different parts of the world. The young generation is full of energy and new ideas. Their energy and ideas must be channelized in the right direction in order to help them grow better and achieve more in life. However, this does not happen in most of the cases. Children and youngsters gain access to different kinds of technological devices and spend most of their time and energy on them. Many of them have grown addicted to it, and this is damaging their mind. All they think about is getting back to the internet, computer, social media, or whichever technology they are hooked to. They lose interest in all other activities. They are unable to focus on work as they feel a constant urge to get back to the technology they were addicted to. They feel guilty about using technology excessively and giving it priority over their relationships and work. However, this still can't be resolved. Many of them face anxiety issues and even get into depression. Technology addiction is growing with the increased use of new technological devices. This is affecting the proper growth and development of the people. They are glued to technology and as a result are ignoring various important aspects of their life. It needs to be understood that technology has been designed to enhance our life and not to degrade it. We must use it wisely and not grow addicted to it. So with this, I want to conclude that everything will have positive effect in our life if we use it in a certain manner. Well, as everybody present here knows that excessive use of anything will eventually have a negative impact. Thank you all for listening. I hope my words have given some vital to you all.
Now it is time for Shri Mishra to share her thoughts on the given topic. Please welcome Sonakshi with a round of applause.
The Almighty has bestowed upon us the exceptional ability to think and reason. But the real question is, will we really control our minds? Albert Einstein once said, the human spirit must prevail over technology. The real danger is not that computers will begin to think like men, but that men will begin to think like computers. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Shri Mishra from Loyola High School, and today I'm here to express my views on the topic, humans are addicted to technology. When you can't stop, you don't want to, and when you want to stop, you can't. This is addiction. Technology was earlier seen as an asset which connected distant people, reduced toil, and helped us in developing faster. But now, it is just drifting us apart from those sitting right next to us, making us dependent on them for even minimal works. In today's world, we do not use technology, we live technology. And whether we acknowledge it or not, technology has indulged mankind. It has led to a sharp rise in many mental health problems, such as depression and anxiety. It is causing learning difficulties and lack of communication among students. It is easing our interactions with our surroundings and Mother Nature. And if these disadvantages are not enough to bar us from the excessive usage of it, then let me bring in light the fact that it has initiated new types of being away from mobile phones. In today's world, people, especially teenagers, no longer identify these devices as a luxury. Rather, they have now become a need. It is high time that we understand that addiction to technology can be the first step towards the massive destruction that awaits us. Question yourselves, how long do you use technology in your everyday lives? Do we ever rely on technology for coping with boredom or for excitement? Do we ever think about the negative effect these pose on our health? No, the answer for these are not positive for most of us. It is high time that we comprehend that addiction not only kills the addict, but every single person who quits. Question yourselves, are we the smartest species alive to fall prey to artificial intelligence? Reflection is the only answer possible. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Shri Kumari. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
Good morning, respected judges, principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Sweetie of Standard 9 from Mayfield Global School, and I am going to say few lines on humans are addicted to technology. Firstly, we should know about technology. So, technology is the application of scientific knowledge of practical life of humans. Now, technology addiction is an umbrella term for a wide variety of addictions, including internet addictions, mobile addictions, social media addictions, quick release addictions, to name a few. It is the newest kind of addiction which has gripped people around the world. Technology addiction of any kind has a negative impact on the person's health. Just like drugs and alcohol, it also changes the brain activity. Technology addictions affect the people. So, we should reduce its uses. Technology addicted person may be reacting with the feelings of helplessness. But instead of dealing with these feelings in correct way, they instead immerse themselves in technology. Technology addicted people cannot be able to focus on their work. He feels dizzy and lethargic most of the time, which hinders his work. Because of these hindrances and selective nature of screen-based technology, adolescents and youth are able to fulfill their needs or trails for and rule breaking. So, there is often a high risk or illicit online activities in this population. They are glued to technology in such a way that the result is they are ignoring many important aspects of their life. So, we should reduce its usage to avoid getting addicted to it. Thank you. Let us call our next speaker, Harshit, with a round of applause.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am Chandra of class 9 from Patliputra, Vidyapeeth. I am here to express my views on the topic of humans and addicted to technology. Technology is a very good thing only if we put it in a good use, but it can be very dangerous if we let it to dominate us. Technology is used daily in this modern era. Due to the increase in various technological devices, technology addiction has become a way more significant concern for many people. It has caused negative consequences to the users. Even though using technology isn't same as using drugs or alcohol, but the brain processes both addiction the same way. winning a level of a video game, getting likes on a picture of Instagram, and gambling online releases a dopamine which feels a good chemical in the brain. Now, over time, we begin to create this dopamine release, which compels us to use technology and internet-enabled devices even more. Now, think all of those who are already addicted to the internet, mobile phones, and whatever technology they are accustomed to. They lose interest in other activities. Their life becomes sedentary ones, which results in weight gain and many other medical complications. They start suffering from many social skills. It is now important to distract our minds and bring our energy in the right direction. Thus, it is important to join a course that adds value to your profession, or you can try something that interests you, such as poetry, dancing, art, or some sport will keep your spirits high and bring your energy in the right direction. Now, it is also important to create a social circle as you try to get out of this technology addiction. Real-life conversations are much more refreshing and fulfilling than meeting and interacting people online. Getting back with your old friends, making new friends in school, colleges, or in your school will also help you in this direction. Seeking support from family members will also help you in this direction. Now, after all this talk, we have finally reached to our conclusion that technology has changed our world forever, both in good and in bad way. In a good way, it has given rise to a smart, connected, and a free way of living. But in a bad way, it has caused climate change. It has made us dependent, addicted to it. And pollution, nuclear war, and cyber attacks are two very dangerous, and also the reason, which is also the reason which is now started. Now, after the major analysis of major facts related to advantages and disadvantages to the technology, I hereby conclude that the pros of technology overshadows its cons, that if you use the technology properly, it can make the world a better place to live in. Thank you.
Now we have Umra Perveen, our last speaker from Group B. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
As it is said, it has been obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. A very pleasant good morning to all of you. Myself, Umra Perveen from S.T.Raza International School, and today I am here to present you a speech on the topic Humans are addicted to technology. Technology addiction is a broad expression used to define the obsession of person with digital products. It is a state of tech disorders that involves the excessive use of mobile phones or anything related to tech. It is also known as internet addiction or internet use disorders. Technology addiction can be playing games for an hour, using social media, watching cartoons, or anything related to tech. But it often goes unnoticed by most of the people, as they think that the addicted ones are pretending to do some work related or are busy researching for new topics and trends. A survey was conducted in China, in which all the students have asked to stop using their phones for just an hour. Almost everyone failed in that, and some of them even felt depressed until they got their phones. Yes, a digital world can be an addiction, but somewhere it also comes with various benefits. It is faster, smarter, and many mobile technologies can be used in a very positive way to reflect the good impact of the technology. Ease of access and instant pleasure are the two main points of any addictiveness. Things that provide a good result of satisfaction have a high chance of getting addicted. Instagram and Facebook are two apps which pulls many people towards them, but it also gives many information about the world. As above mentioned, technology fulfills many of our human needs, but an addiction can never be good. Parents and guardians play an important role in the prevention of these obsessions. They need to be a good role model for their children in the usage of mobile phones. I personally believe
that the family should have no phone day at least once a week. Everything we use has two sides. Like a knife can be used in our daily tasks, but it can also be used as a very, very powerful weapon. Technology can either be a curse or a blessing, depends on how we use it. So that's all. Thank you.
I request all Group B participants to take their respective seats. Looks like all Group C speakers are ready to begin their competition. Group C will get 3 minutes for their speech. So let me call on stage our first speaker of Group C. I request all Group C participants to please come. So we have total 4 participants in Group C. Our first speaker is Shreya. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
We are running the most dangerous experiment in history right now, which is to see how much the carbon dioxide the atmosphere can handle before there is an environmental catastrophe. A pleasant and a cheerful morning to all of you. I am Shreya from the Loyola High School. Stand before you to share my views on the topic developed countries are responsible for carbon emission. First of all, what is carbon emission? What does it mean and what are its causes and consequences? Literally speaking, the various emission of different gases like carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases like methane and nitrogen oxide are released in the atmosphere by human activities. These human activities releases carbon dioxide which stays in the atmosphere for several years, which traps heat and causes climatic changes. Carbon dioxide is made up of 76% of GHG emission. It causes a wide range of effects, including destroying the natural habitats, causing several other diseases, and disrupting the Earth's climate that again is responsible for flood and drought. However, all countries emit the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but all the countries are not equal in the carbon footprints. In order to understand a country's environmental impact, it is important to look at the amount of greenhouse gases they emit per capita. The top most countries that emit carbon dioxide are China, USA, India, Russia, and Japan. These top 5 countries account more than 60% of the world's total pollution. Perhaps what we find that larger the country tends to emit more emission. As China is the biggest polluter in the world, emits 10 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide each year. The USA, the second largest emitter that emits 5.285 metric tons of carbon dioxide previous year, and India, the third largest emitter at 2.616 metric tons of carbon dioxide previous year. However, all countries are taking several steps to address its emission. Like China is now investing more in the renewable sources, and the USA is now having a strategy, awareness, and willingness to combat the problem. In addition to it, India too has pledged to reduce its emission intensity to 30 to 35% by 2030. At last, and my personal opinion, would I do believe that several developed countries need to take some significant and drastic measures, address the emission, like investing more in the renewable sources and eliminating deforestation and most important, introducing carbon tax. Thank you.
Now I would like to call the second speaker, Dr.Shahina. Please give a big round of applause.
I have shared a lot of science fiction movies, and let me tell you something, that the climate is not a science fiction, it's
responsible for the other half emissions. For instance, average people living in US emits more than half of carbon emissions living the people in China, more than 5 times in one in Mexico, more than 8 times one in India. With business, the most well-developed countries prosper, their per capita emissions will climb. These will further aggravate the global problem. On December 3,
wishing a very warm and pleasant morning to my respected principal ma'am and mistress ma'am, dear guests, teachers, and my friends. Myself, Bhavya from grade 11 from S.T.Raza International School. I'm very glad to have this wonderful opportunity to have a discussion on the talking point. Developed nations are to be blamed for carbon emissions. Developed nations. This is what we are going to talk about today and how they have been disrupting the environment just on the name of growth, development. When you hear this topic, you must be filled with the question that is it really developed nations who have caused so much harm to our Mother Earth, to our nature, just for their own sake of development, for their own purpose? So answer to this question is yes, it is developed nations. Whenever we talk about developed nations, we always point to their economic growth, technology, cleanliness, innovation, education, and many more. But we never question about the consequences they have left behind for the world, for the nature, just for their own sake of development, just in the word of getting developed. Grievances that people are facing nowadays because of climate change. Diseases caused to people due to low AQI, raising global temperatures, industrial setup due to deforestation, and many more. The highest rate of energy consumption is by developed countries only. Rich countries like USA, Canada, and much of Western Europe account for just 12% of global population today, but are responsible for 50% of all the planet warming greenhouse gases. Okay, now I have a case to tell you about this point. The China is responsible for 50% of all the largest percentage of current emissions. 23 rich industrialized countries are still in the charge for more than 1/3. But taking example of our own country, India, being a developing nation with such huge population, contributes very less to this climate crisis and is still in the way of protecting the environment. Africa's current emissions are less than 4% of the global total. But the least contributors are suffering the worst impacts. Lastly, I would like to wind up my speech by saying that developed nations have double responsibility to cut discharges and support developing nations with the cause of replanting crops, rebuilding homes after storms, and moving on from lower dirty energy forms to cleaner carbon forms. Thank you and have a nice day.
still feel like lost in those rhythmic moves.
Now, it is indeed my honor to request the most honorable personality of the day, whose motivation and lesson can bring an optimistic transition to everyone's life.
He needs no introduction. Let's invite our guest of honor, Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta, to step upon the stage and take in hand the gathering.
Respected Dr.Shahina Khan, Director, teachers, sir and madam, students, मैं आप सभी को तहे दिल से आभार प्रकट करता हूँ। मुझे बेहद खुशी हो रही है कि आज इस अवसर पर मुझे छात्रों के अंदर आगे बढ़ने के जज्बा भरने के लिए मोटिवेशन हेतु एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला है आप लोगों की तरफ से, इसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। इस मौके पर मैं अपने विचारों की शुरुआत किसी महान व्यक्ति के कई भी बातों से मैं करना चाहूंगा, जिन्होंने कहा है, मेहनत इतनी खामोशी से करो कि सफलता शोर मचा दे। जो विद्यार्थी किसी अन्य विद्यार्थी अथवा कलीग या सहपाठी के टॉप करने पर यह सोचते हैं कि उन्होंने यह सफलता रातों रात हासिल किया है या फिर उसकी किस्मत अच्छी किस्मत होने की वजह से उसने यह मुकाम हासिल किया है, उनका यह सोचना सरासर गलत होगा, क्योंकि सफलता किसी को भी एक झटके में नहीं मिलती, लेकिन लगातार प्रयास करते रहने से एक दिन जरूर मिलती है। सफलता उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनको जीवन का एक लक्ष्य होता है और वे अपने लक्ष्य के प्रति ईमानदार होते हैं। अपने लक्ष्य को हासिल करने के लिए सच्चा दृढ़ संकल्प होता है और इसके लिए वे लगातार प्रयास करते रहते हैं। इसलिए सभी छात्रों को भी अपने जीवन में एक लक्ष्य का निर्धारण करना चाहिए, तभी अपने जीवन में सफलता हासिल कर सकते हैं। कई छात्र ऐसे होते हैं जो मेहनत तो करते हैं लेकिन फिर भी उन्हें सफलता नहीं मिलती, जिसकी वजह से वे निराश होकर मेहनत करना ही छोड़ देते हैं और अपनी किस्मत को दोष देने लगते हैं, लेकिन उन्हें निराश नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि कई ऐसे सफल लोगों को से सीख लेनी चाहिए जिन्होंने तमाम असफलता के बाद सफलता हासिल की है, क्योंकि सफलता पाने के लिए हर किसी को कड़ी मेहनत, संघर्ष और कई असफलताओं से गुजरना पड़ता है। ऐसे बेहद कम लोग होते हैं जिन्हें बिना मेहनत और संघर्ष के ही अपनी मंजिल मिल जाती है। हर किसी के पास अपना अलग कैपेबिलिटी और काबिलियत होती है। कोई छात्र स्पोर्ट्स, म्यूजिक, डांस आदि क्षेत्रों में आगे होता है या अपने भविष्य को संभालता है। जरूरी नहीं है कि आप भी अपनी क्लास में टॉपर की तरह 99, 95, 97% अंक लाए तभी आप भविष्य संभाल सकते हैं, बल्कि जरूरी यह है कि आप अपने अंदर की काबिलियत को समझें और सही दिशा में आगे बढ़ने के लिए अपने लक्ष्य का निर्धारण करें और उसे पाने के लिए खूब प्रयास करें, तभी आप सफल इंसान बन सकते हैं। जैसा मैं देख रहा हूँ जो आपने लिखा है, आपका जो मोटो है ट्रूथ, लेबर एंड विजडम, इसे हमें देखने से आप लोग सबको ये क्लियर लगता है कि ये विजडम जो है आफ्टर लेबर एंड ट्रूथ आता है। तो ये चीजें हमें जहन में है, आपका मोटो में है, जिसे हम सबको प्रेरणा लेना चाहिए। आप लोग काफी इंटेलिजेंट हैं, हम तो बहुत लंबा अर्सा हो गया, हम तो स्कॉलर नहीं है, ठीक है। आई एम कंटिन्यू टू सर्विस फॉर 25 इयर्स। आप लोगों को देखते हैं तो लगता है कि आप लोग काफी स्कॉलर हो, इंटेलिजेंट, टैलेंटेड हो, यू आर द फ्यूचर ऑफ द नेशन। तो आप लोगों को देखकर हमें बहुत गर्व होता है, हो रहा है। एंड give the idea of the ITBP. I will take 2 minutes more. ITBP Indo-Tibetan Border Police. ये established हुआ था 1962 में after the Indo-China War. ITBP आज 3500 किलोमीटर का बॉर्डर को मैन करता है, काराकोरम पास इन लेह लद्दाख टू जाचेपला पास इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश। एंड 10 बटालियन जो है एंटी नेशनल ऑपरेशन छत्तीसगढ़ में डिप्लॉयड है। इसके अलावा वाइटल इंस्टॉलेशंस इन इंडिया, तिहाड़ जेल दिल्ली, प्रेसिडेंट हाउस दिल्ली, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हाउस दिल्ली, मंडोली जेल ऑफ दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट दिल्ली, एनडीआर ऑफ दिल्ली, जेएनयू कंपोर्ट कैंपस दिल्ली, इस एविएशन रिसर्च सेंटर कटक भुवनेश्वर, आईएसपीएल इंडियन स्ट्रेटेजिक पेट्रोलियम रिजर्व विशाखापट्टनम एंड मैंगलोर, and apart from India and also deployed in Afghanistan, Congo, Windsor, Italy. These are the deployment of ITBP, and from this location I patrolling in 6 states of ITBP where ITBP is deployed. Air Aviation Research Center Bhubaneswar near Cuttack, छपरा, इलाहाबाद, विशाखापट्टनम, मैंगलोर. These are the deployments of respected for Patna of ITBP. I recently joined ITBP in Patna, May 2022. Earlier I was deployed in Dehradun, where I was commanding the battalion. And earlier that I was deployed in Ladakh. This is the small trip of ITBP. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your thought-provoking address is such a perfect motivation for our young minds.
It is our privilege to have the man who is popular to bring magical changes in teaching. A true innovator of knowledge. Now I request our first judge, Mr.Tarique to please come and address the gathering.
Respected Mr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, Commandant of the State Headquarters ITBP, Principal Dr.Shahina Khan, CEO Mrs. Headmistress of this school, Mrs. Samta Kumari, my fellow judge on the jury, Mrs. Shabana Nabi, the industrious teachers over here, and my bright children, boys and girls. Being a part of this event as a judge was really very difficult for me. I was actually judging myself while judging you all. It was really very difficult to award marks for some things or to deduct marks for some things. The fact was that when I had already awarded some marks to one of the participants, the other one did better, and then the level had to be raised. Yet again, there were very tight jackets drawn by the management here: pronunciation, diction, content, body language, and it was really a very difficult thing for a person who comes from higher institution of learning, where we just go in after briefly browsing some books and reference books, and we have a very fluid way of teaching and learning. We are not into such a straight jacketed system. So I would for this congratulate the principal and the teachers and the head master over here for such a rigorous training to all the students, to all the schools who have participated. They really deserve a big applause for them. I would really request you all to clap for all the participants for them. Now, as is already clear from our intention that this is a competition, and we are bound to win, we are bound to lose, but then what ultimately matters is the spirit of sportsmanship. That is, first let us participate. So I shared your spirit, I also participated while sitting here. Now it is very mandatory binding upon a judge to be very impartial, to be very objective, but I failed here. I failed by recalling one of the smiles of Sharanya. It was so natural and so synchronized to the expression she was giving, Sharanya. There was one young Mr. Asutosh. He so well, shared the poetic pain with the twitching of the muscles on his face. The way his muscles twist very much shadowed the expressions he intended to give, and that was a wonderful expression. Asutosh. One name I forget from Loyola School because the management has taken away the sheets. The first participant, girl student, what was her name? Can anyone give me the name? One more participant? One more? Which school? Okay, we'll gradually be having the name. She did really well, and it is for us to learn from these young kids. They are still in the learning process, but we who are into the business of teaching, I really admit that we have to learn some of the originality of expressions which they have given us. Thank you in particular and general to all of you. Now, while I was sitting here judging the event, let me point out to some of the lapses, minor lapses, which many of you have done, and which I point out. This is not a failure of the students and the participants, but a failure of my faculty. Perhaps they need to be more alert. One thing is, many of the students, while reciting their poems, they said poetry. So poetry is in fact a collection, the entire corpus of poems of one particular poet or in one particular language. So while we stand here and recite one, it is a poem, not poetry. The other thing, many of the students here, they introduce themselves by calling myself. Thank you. Many of them said that I am myself John, myself this, myself that. So please mind it, myself is a reflexive pronoun that has the grammatical structure of X plus son, that is used as an object, never as a subject. So this Bollywood style, we would make it a deliberate effort to avoid in the academia. We are as a part, we stand here as a part of the academia, so don't take them as examples, myself this, myself that, okay, Shri Ashok Khan, Priyanka Chopra, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, or the new ones, it's okay for them, but they are not at all our ideas. They may be a part of our entertainment, but not ideas to learn from them. So we will not be never introducing ourselves with myself. Now another very minor lapse was the India, the China. They were kids, I understand, but then still again, we do not use the before proper nouns. So we will be mindful about that. Now, the next, I don't see this thing regarding pronunciation as a fault, as a lapse. There is something which we call as mother tongue influence, the language we speak at homes. Particularly those students who have been in good English medium schools, in most probability they do not commit this mistake. Those who have an inkling of standardized Hindi or Sanskrit, and surely if they are having Urdu at their home, they do not make this mistake. Some of these were the difference between Sh and Sa. We have it in Hindi, Talab mein Sha and Dal Sa. If a girl's name is Shikha, she has to be called Shikha, not Sikha. So, and the other one is that was the difference between Pha and Fa. In the classes of linguistics and phonetics, I teach them. I actually give them, what is called speech therapy. When a child says, "Sir, my roll number is 5," so it is not 5; it is actually 5. So the technical difference is, one is a labiodental sound. Everyone knows labium is hont and dental is da. So when you have to say pa, pool, phal, both of your lips come together and they open into a small blast. It is pa. But if it is pa, your upper incisors, these will come down to your lower lips. It is pa. Now what the teachers can actually do, if they are so much under mother tongue influence, they can actually block the upper lips using the pen. This I have done in classes. In English honors third year classes, I actually do this. And then I advise the students to take it as a drill and practice it at home. So this can be done by the students themselves, and that will make a wonderful change in their utterances, in their pronunciation, and their personality ultimately. Yet again, one thing was the difference between ja and za. When we say judge, some of the people say in order to be more correct, they say zaz. Zaz is not the right thing. Judge is the right thing. Still again, when they have to utter civilize, they will say civilized. So we have to demarcate where to use judge and where to use za. I'm sorry if I am being overcritical, but as a part of the being here, I have to point out these things. Once again, I congratulate all the participants, the students who made me a bit nervous because of the alacrity they had, the sense of discipline they had, and the spirit of participation they had. As far as the marks are concerned, they will be announcing them. Shavez, then Sharanya, Ayush, Sweetie Kumari, Dipali, Julie, all of you did very well, but I think shortly the results will be announced. Besides the management, I in particular congratulate once again all those teachers who have been a part of the preparation of this wonderful performance. Congratulations to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. All the students, words to motivate us.
Now, I take this golden opportunity to call a person who has consumed herself to bring change and brightness in the lives of people.
Our second judge, Mr. Shahina Khan, is requested to come onto the dais and inspire us.
Good afternoon, everyone here. Shahina ma'am, director, K.K. sir, John sir, Tanu ma'am, Samantha ma'am, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. I won't take a lot of time. Everything what John said, sir said, was perfectly okay. He did it in the best way what he has to do as a judge. So one thing I just want to do, there was a word, DEVELOPMENT. I usually saw people pronouncing it development. It's not development, it's always development. We pronounce DEV as DIV. It's development. Okay? So this is every time I was getting these words and I was just about to catch these things. What is development and how people are pronouncing it. Second one thing I just want to say. People of today, the society of today, or the market of today needs a person who is more smart than a hard worker. What I prefer or what I see, smart people excels more than a hard worker. Isn't it so? And what I saw here are the smartest ones. They are very smart, they have all sorts of confidence, them as a kid, as a representative is very, very hard. Very hard one. Last words, I really congratulate everyone, all the teachers, all the participants, and everyone who has done for this particular event. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are honored and privileged.
All the participants were so nicely prepared and presented themselves well.
I draw blank when I try to remember anybody who didn't perform well today.
But you know the best wins, so we still need to know who was the best according to our judges.
I would now like to call on Bias Natak Ma'am to announce the winner of today's English elocution. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know how much hard work you have put in to bring out this event in such a successful manner. The time has finally come for which you all were eagerly waiting. Now, I'm going to announce the results. So, the Best Speaker Award from Group C goes to Shreya from Loyola High School.
I would request our chief guest, Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta, to come onto the bias and felicitate Group C achiever.
Now it's time for Group B. So, the second runner-up from Group B goes to Srija Singh from Loyola High School.
I now request our CEO ma'am to present memento to our first judge, Mr. John. Thank you, ma'am. I now request our headmistress ma'am, Ms. Samta Kumari, to present bouquet to our second judge, Mrs. Shabana Nabi.
Let's let the end of the program with a vote of thanks and appreciation and gratitude to all those who made this event a grand success.
I now request headmistress ma'am, Ms. Samta Kumari, to propose vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all present here. Our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta, Commandant, Service Headquarters. Our esteemed judges, Dr. Shahina, Assistant Professor, Patna University, Mrs. Shabana Nabi, Visiting Faculty, Patna University, our Principal Ma'am, Dr.Shahina Khan, our CEO Ma'am, Mrs. Tarique, and all the teachers and students present over here. This is a momentous day in our school as we have hosted this elocution in collaboration with Hub of Learning, and I feel incredibly honored and privileged to extend a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God for making today's event a resounding success. And then I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Guest who spared his time from his very busy schedule and graced this occasion with his warm presence. Thank you, sir. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts and this will surely encourage us. Then I would like to thank our respected judges for taking their valuable time and ensuring their presence here. Thank you, sir, ma'am. Then I would like to thank our principal ma'am who have been
Sultan, it's now time to say goodbye to you.